Howdy. I just noticed that on 13th of August there might be some alignment with Venus. But that's not the point. Maybe it is. Venus is very important to understand. But I just wanted to show you that if you look at this, our solar system, it's rather flat. Despite magnetically speaking, it is a bubble, a sphere. And it is depicted as it is depicted here, which might be very close to what we are looking at. If we zoom out a little bit further, it's actually not possible here. Or is it? Yeah, it is. It is. I thought so. So that's where we are. Here. And that's also rather flat disk. But again, magnetically speaking, now we cannot zoom anymore. It might be more like this and the whole thing, which I think will be also encompassing a bigger bubble. And this is like it looks to us as we are told and stuff like that. And if we go over to SciTech Daily, we find this news: astronomers stunned by discovery of mysterious filaments in Milky Way's center. Topics: astronomy, astrophysics, black hole, Milky Way, Northwestern University by Northwestern University, June the 3rd, 2023. That's an artist impression. Artist concept. Astrophysicists have discovered a new group of horizontal filaments radiating from the supermassive black hole at the center of the Milky Way. This discovery could provide more insights into the black hole's spin and accretion disk orientation, furthering our understanding of the galaxy's nucleus. Hundreds of horizontal filaments point out toward our central supermassive black hole. Yeah, there might be not a black hole at the center because they haven't ever found a black hole. But anyway, let's just continue reading. New radio telescope images reveal hundreds of filaments along the galactic plane, each measuring 5 to 10 light years in length. These structures likely originated a few million years ago when outflow from our supermassive black hole interacted with surrounding materials. That's the funny thing. Like, black holes, shouldn't they just take everything in time, space, and everything is just going one direction in the black hole? That's what they are created for, in the minds of some mathematicians or whoever they invent. I could probably make it. There's people who've really figured that theory out, but I don't remember. Doesn't really matter. But anyway, the outflow from a supermassive black hole. Yeah, that's an oxymoron. Researcher, I was actually stunned when I saw these. Yeah, I tried to take a look at the picture, but I don't really understand how to look at that. Position angle 45 degrees, 90, 180 degrees. Meerkat image of the galactic center with color-coded position angles of all filaments. Yeah. I will put a link below, you can watch the picture. An international team of astrophysicists has discovered something wholly new, hidden in the center of the Milky Way galaxy. In the early 1980s, Northwestern University Farhad Youssef Zadeh discovered gigantic, one-dimensional filaments I don't know what's a one-dimensional filament. There's nothing which is just one dimension. It's three-dimensional. But anyway, one-dimensional filaments dangling vertically near Sagittarius A, our galaxy's central supermassive black hole. Now, Yusuf Zadeh and his collaborators have discovered a new population of filaments. But these threads are much shorter and lie horizontally or radially, spreading out like spokes on a wheel from the black hole. Although the two populations of filaments share several similarities, Yusuf Zadeh assumes they have different origins. While the vertical filaments sweep through the galaxy towering up to 150 light years high, the horizontal filaments look more like the dots and dashes of Morse code punctuating only one side of the Sagittarius A. The study was published on June the 2nd in the Astrophysical Journal Letters. Yesterday. It was a surprise to suddenly find a new population of structures that seemed to be pointing in the direction of the black hole, Yusuf Zadeh said. I was actually stunned when I saw these. We had to do a lot of work to establish that we weren't fooling ourselves. And we found that these filaments are not random, but appear to be tied to the outflow of our black hole. We had to do a lot of work to establish that we weren't fooling ourselves. In the next sentence, they're talking about the outflow of a black hole. So maybe you have to rethink this fooling yourself once again. Yusuf Zadeh. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. But anyway. And we found that these filaments are not random but appear to be tied to the outflow of our black hole. That's just a very nice sentence. Because there is so much information packed in that, because it's not random and they are tied to the center of the plasmoid. By studying them, we could learn more about the black hole's spin and accretion disorientation. It is satisfying when one finds order in the middle of a chaotic field of the nucleus of our galaxy. Yet there must be some order also in the nucleus of our galaxy, otherwise we probably wouldn't exist. An expert in radio astronomy, Yusuf Zadeh is a professor of physics and astronomy at Northwestern Weinberg College of Arts and Sciences and member of Sierra. Maybe they tell us what Sierra is. Maybe not. I don't know. Decades in the making. The new discovery may come as a surprise, but Yusuf Zadeh is no stranger to uncovering mysteries at the center of our galaxy, located 25,000 light years away from Earth. The latest study builds on 4 decades of his research. After first discovering the vertical filaments in 1984 with Mark Morris and Don Chance, Yusuf Zadeh, along with Ian Haywood and their collaborators, later uncovered 2 gigantic radio-emitting bubbles near Sagittarius A. The bubbles. I didn't read the whole text yet. Then, in a series of publications in 2022, Yusuf Zadeh, in collaborations with Haywood, Richard Arendt, and Mark Wardle, revealed nearly 1,000 vertical filaments, which appeared in pairs and clusters, often stacked equally spaced or side by side like strings on a harp. Birkeland currents, probably. Once again, I was actually stunned when I saw these. We had to do a lot of work to establish that we weren't fooling ourselves. Oh man, this is in a way so sad. But anyway, Yusuf Zadeh credits the flood of new discoveries to enhanced radio astronomy technology, particularly the South African Radio Astronomy Observatory's Sarau Meerkat telescope. To pinpoint the filaments, Youssef Zadeh's team used a technique to remove the background and smooth the noise from meerkat images in order to isolate the filaments from surrounding structures. The new meerkat observations have been a game changer, he said. The advancement of technology and dedicated observing time have given us new information. It is really a technical achievement from radio astronomers. Yeah, no doubt about that. Like, it's a really big achievement. Like, very honorable. Horizontal versus vertical. After studying the vertical filaments for decades, Youssef Zadeh was shocked to uncover their horizontal counterparts, which he estimates are about 6 million years old. We have always been thinking about vertical filaments and their origin, he said. I am used to them being vertical. I never considered there might be others along the plane. While both populations comprise one-dimensional filaments that can be viewed with radio waves and appear to be tied to activities in the galactic center, the similarities are here. Red shifted cone, blue shifted cone. Yes. This goes very well with the black hole theory, having this blue and red shift. Anyway, the vertical filaments are perpendicular to the galactic plane. The horizontal filaments are parallel to the plane but point radially toward the center of the galaxy where the black hole lies. The vertical filaments are magnetic and relativistic. The horizontal filaments appear to emit thermal radiation. Yeah, I had some thermal radiation in my microwave recently. The vertical filaments encompass particles moving at speeds near the speed of light. The horizontal filaments appear to accelerate thermal material in a molecular cloud. There are several hundred vertical filaments and just a few hundred horizontal filaments. And the vertical filaments, which measure up to 150 light years high, far surpass the size of the horizontal filaments, which measure just 5 to 10 light years in length. The vertical filaments also adorn space around the nucleus of the galaxy. Adorn? I have to admit I really don't know what that means. And I won't now Google that. But anyway, adorn space around the nucleus of the galaxy. Yeah, my English is so bad I have no idea what adorn means. I had to Google it. Dictionary, adorn, make more beautiful or attractive. Yeah, it was worth Googling that. So the vertical filaments also adorn space around the nucleus of the galaxy. So they make it more beautiful because there is stuff, there is not just nothing, very much of nothing, or a big fat cat somewhere jumping through the hole. The horizontal filaments appear to spread out to only one side, pointing toward the black hole. One of the most important implications of radial outflow that we have detected is the orientation of the accretion disk and the jet-driven outflow from Sagittarius A along the galactic plane. I thought it's perpendicular, but anyway. Our work is never complete. The new discovery is filled with unknowns, and Youssef Zadeh's work to unravel its mysteries has just begun. For now, he can only consider a plausible explanation of the new population's mechanisms and origins. We think they must have originated with some kind of outflow from an activity that happened a few million years ago. Yeah. But isn't it so that everything is just flow in one direction into the black hole and never come back? So I think if they are very close to the nucleus, they would have been sucked in a long time ago. This is just what I think. But anyway. It seems to be the result of an interaction of that outflowing material with objects near it. Yeah, the oxymoroning is just taking a step further. Like, there's not just only material flowing out, it also makes connections with things close to it, which also probably shouldn't be there because everything just goes inside. But anyway, our work is never complete. We always need to make new observations and continually challenge our ideas and tighten up our analysis. Yeah, make a paradigm check. So, I started to read and I just read this radially, like those strings, they're going out perpendicular to the plane. Where did it say in the beginning? Spreading out like spokes on a wheel from the black hole. And the first thing which came to my mind was Anthony Peratt's paper Characteristics for the Occurrence of a High Current Sea Pinch Aurora as Recorded in Antiquity. If you haven't seen this paper ever, I will put a link below and I really, really, really recommend you to read it. And look at the pictures. So I won't now make a whole read through that. We just scroll down. Maybe I will stop at Squatterman quickly. Navajo, Armenia, Guyana, New Mexico, Spain, Tuscan, Valcamonica, United Arab Emirates, Tyrol, China. Squatterman is everywhere. The owl. Then we go still down to this one particular picture I wanted to show you. Overlays of petroglyphs and pictographs, grey with a reconstruction image of Stonehenge. Rapids petroglyph on the Columbia River in the state Washington. Bar pictograph, Columbia River. Northern Arizona petroglyph. O'Clock Rapids petroglyph is about 60 centimeter in diameter, while Stonehenge is approximately 100 meter in diameter. The spokes of the wheel. And in order to somehow show you that how common these patterns are, we go quickly over to my paper because I wanted to show you the spokes. We just scroll down and then we will stumble across several pictures from the same paper I just showed you from Anthony Peratt, which is a very, very, very interesting paper. And obviously, similar patterns are still used nowadays. The pictures on the left I took from a stove door, and I immediately recognized the pattern. But I have been talking about the spokes. Squatterman once again, the owl, the spokes. And here it's probably more related to the it could be related to the polar configuration. Polar configuration. But here is the picture of the spokes from Anthony Peratt's paper. And we can find something similar here. Something similar here. This might be the polar configuration in a way because it's red in the center, but maybe the people who did this didn't knew about the whole stuff. The wheel with the spokes. On a cookie jar. So there is probably no black hole at the center of the galaxy. Yeah. Life is like a box of cookies. You never know what pictures are on the cookies box. Yeah. But anyway, this is just something what I immediately thought when I was starting to read this other article. But this is just what I think. You can make your own conclusions. Maybe read the papers first if you haven't heard about this stuff ever. And then you can make your own conclusion. Ask me if you want to. I try to provide some answers. But anyway, thank you. Bye.